Da 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 wop wop wop. Campers! I fucking hate them. Space. What the fuck is this guy doing? See, this is what I'm saying. What the fuck was that? Oh man! This is how they roll. Bro, beast. Wow. Da 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 wop 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 wop. Fuck! Okay, so before we go on, I'm just going to pick up on a couple of things here, because I know that the question on some people's lips that are going to watch this will say certainly one thing. Yes, it is a Call of Duty 4 gameplay, and the sort of thing people say is, it's old, who cares? You know, anything past a year is considered ancient and not to be worried about. Well, the fact of the matter is, I've said before, I care. You know, I care about Call of Duty 4. I care about the older Call of Duties because they still give me that nostalgic feeling. They still give me that warm, tingling sensation in the pit of my stomach where I think back to happy times when, when I first picked up Call of Duty. This was the first one, and this was where it all started out for me. And I was terrible. You know, I was a terrible player. But I had to learn the ropes, and I did it all legitimately. And the second thing I'm going to also say about this gameplay you'll see in the background is I'm going to kind of put it out there that I don't quite understand what's going on here. I can kind of second guess it. Allow me to digress. Basically, this HQ Mods V2, he's, as I would imagine, he's the supplier of the mods, especially as he has a little YouTube channel, as you can see in his clan tag, Whitehub. He has a YouTube channel, and on his YouTube channel, which is funny enough called I Don't Cheat, but he's clearly exposing mods and things like that on there, saying, I got banned, I don't understand why I got banned, but he's supplying mods. And I think he's the supplier of this other guy who's known as Oflictoid. And what seems to happen is, you know, I kill this HQ Mods, and straight away in the left hand side of the screen it pops up HQ Mods menu open or something like that, and then he starts fiddling around with his bits and pieces and obviously gives his mods to this other guy, this Oflictoid. Now, this Oflictoid character starts off and straight away gets killed, you know, that's how fucking awesome he is. He starts the game off, he gets killed, and the only way he stays alive is when this mod is given to him, and then he's got his chance to play around with it. And after a while this HQ Mods just buggers off, he just leaves. I don't know whether it's a case of transaction complete, thank you very much, give me your money, there you go, there's your mods, have some fun and dominate the free-for-all lobbies by not being able to be killed. But the fact of the matter is, this guy was running this selection of mods that made him just an unbelievable force to be reckoned with. I mean, I tried everything and I just couldn't shift him into oblivion. Even at one point I've got the M16, I noob tubed him like 3 times, and he's in the middle of the map with a sniper rifle and people are just firing at him from different angles, and he succeeds in getting a near flawless win, apart from his one death at the beginning where he was foolish enough to wait for his mods to be handed down. Now, the question that sort of hangs in the balance is that, okay, I've seen the comments pop up a lot where people say, I mod, it's fun. Fair enough, maybe it is. You know, I'm not hating on modders, I'm really not. Maybe it is fun. But for how long is it fun? And what sense of achievement do you get out of it? I mean, I suppose in some respects it's maybe a form of trolling. Maybe, I suppose, you know, I don't know. All I can think back to when I've done a similar sort of thing was way back in the day. PlayStation 1, Duke Nukem. And when you play Duke Nukem, I kind of stumbled across this mod. It was quite weird, really. Now, how you proceeded to perform the mod on that game was that if you had 2 controllers plugged in and you were playing on the Player 1 controller, if you picked up the Player 2 controller, and I think you had to press a series of buttons or something in accordance, I can't remember, it would come up with this mod menu, and it would say infinite flying, infinite ammo, infinite rocket launchers, and also invincibility. And the first time I ever stumbled across that, I was like, oh, okay, this should be fun. And it was actually fun, floating around the map with invincibility above all the enemies and just dropping bombs on top of the hogs' heads. Fun, absolutely awesome fun, and you felt like you were cheating the system. For a while, that's all just for a while, until it got to the point where it was so tedious and boring, and it posed no challenge, and you could almost play the game, I don't know, you would stare at the screen and it would go blurry because you didn't have to think and use your brain, that I would just turn the mods off and I would carry on playing as normal. And that was the thing, it's like the fad wore off. So at what point do these guys believe that the fad will wear off, or do they continue to do it? Because this guy played, this was one of 4 games where this guy was this guy was strong in all of the games, and he continued it through, being invincible. And it's like, did you not get bored of that? Did you not? Are you one of these people? This is the only thing I can take from this. Are you one of these people in life who likes no challenge? We all like to cheat the system a little bit. I'll say one thing. I'm going to put this one thing out there, a little bit of a confession for you. Having a kid sort of gives you fringe benefits when you go out shopping, and I condemn anybody who says they've never done anything like this before, because kids wander off and they grab things, pick things up. Oh, can I have this? And you look at them and go, no, you can't have them. It's £4. I can't afford £4. But if it's a little handheld thing, sometimes you'll look at them and you'll look around the shop and say, just hold on to it, okay? Just hold on to it. We'll go to the tills. I'll pay for these, but I'll pay for that, but just keep hold of it. And the child's innocence, which you're totally abusing, they go, okay, and think that you're actually paying for the item when you're not. You're keeping it safe in your child's hands, away from security's view, and nothing seems untoward. And you get out the shop, get in the car, turn on the ignition. Bravo, you just cheated the shop out of £4. Don't you feel like a man? Don't you? You used your child for theft. How does that make you feel? And then you think, shit, I'm a bad parent. But I suppose in an act of fair play, with gaming, it's fair play. You play free-for-all, you play TDM because you want that challenge. That's why you go and play. I want to play free-for-all, I want to play people of different skill levels, different abilities from different countries if that's the case, and you want to succeed as the victor of these games, knowing in your own mind's eye that you did everything you could to beat the odds that were stacked against you. Modding, yeah, fair enough, it's fun for a bit. I've done the Call of Duty one in the past where we were bouncing all over the map. It was fun for one game. After that, I just wanted to go back to normal. I wanted the challenge. So clearly these modders, they don't like challenges, and for the love of God, if they're willing to pay for this crap, then that's just sad, in my opinion. So yeah, Call of Duty 4, I know it's dead, it's old, who cares? I care. Thanks for watching, guys. Apocalypse done.